Let's see. We have Linda, Bridget, Janice. About that. What are we doing here? Okay. Anita. Oh, can't stay, Anita? Oh, no. I'm sorry to hear about your hubby having a car wreck. Hubby problems lately. Oh, dear. Hey, PK. I know. Okay, I obviously missed. Oh no, Janice, I'm sorry that you had a fall last night. That's too bad. Okay, the notifications are off, so I don't know why I keep hearing that buzzing sound. Hey, Bridget. Black and blue and sore all over. Yeah, that's sort of how my husband feels after he got his concussion the other day. Um, he says his hip is hurting and his neck more than actually his head hurts, but anymore. But I don't know. Hey, Rosemary. Happy Valentine's Day to you too. Now, I'm not sure what we're going to make. The ladies and I on my members live were talking about the little bracelet goes from your wrist up to your finger. I think in my day we used to call those slave bracelets, but I don't think that's a kosher title anymore. That's not what they call them. I don't know what they call them anymore. But anyway, but I don't I'm not really feeling it today, if you know what I mean. So we had a pretty nice members live yesterday, made some earrings, and had fun with that. And I haven't really decided what I want to make today. I keep thinking I need to use my Dusty Rose kit. I really want to use those shells. Excuse me. Got something stuck in my throat, I think. I really feel like I want to use these shells, but I'm not sure what I want to do. Hey, Cindy. I'm glad you're feeling a bit better. Being sick is like not fun ever. So I'm going to use these shells, but I don't know what I want to make. This is the damaged one. There's the pendant. I got a new one. Bargain Bead Box sent me a new pendant. If you'll recall when I did my unboxing, this one, which is the damaged one, had a crunch in right here, so it's a little bit wonky. I've been thinking I need to see if I can fix it, pull it out some and get it evened out some more, or well, it needs to be rounded because it's flattened out. But so I've been trying to decide. But they did send me a new pendant, and they did send me new little of the little Pink Rose. What are you trying to say? Oh, these little stones that mine had the chip out of. So I've got new ones of these guys too. Deborah. So I'm still not sure what I want to do here, but I do feel like I need to do something with my shells. I just really want to do something with my shells. But I still haven't really decided what. Hey, Dorothy. Hi, Martha.
Lily, are you seriously eating their food?
Apparently, Lily is in my other cat's food. She has her own food. Yeah, they're really good about sending replacement things when they have an issue, which is really nice. Um, my Beadbox bargains this next month's February, I keep seeing everybody making stuff, and mine hasn't even shown up yet. And mine hasn't shown up because it's been taking side trips. It likes to travel around, apparently. It was supposed to be here on Tuesday, according to tracking. And instead of showing up, it went to Kalispell, which, as PK knows, and anybody who knows my neck of the woods, that's not far from us. In fact, any shopping and stuff I need to do other than groceries, I have to go down to Kalispell. But so it went to Kalispell, and Kalispell used to be one of the hubs where they distributed things in the valley here. But the post office, in their infinite wisdom, decided that that didn't need to be the case anymore. And so now the hubs are in Missoula and Spokane. So that's where your missing panels are too. um, so then it said it arrived there Tuesday. It was supposed to be here Tuesday. It arrived there in Kalispell Tuesday. And because it's not a hub anymore, they sent it on. And I have absolutely no clue where that on is. It just keeps saying it's traveling to the next destination whenever I check the tracking. And so I don't know where the next destination is. It could be Missoula. It could be Spokane. Heck, there's a hub in Billings. It could be Billings. I have no clue where it's at right now. And so I'm a little bit, I'm not ticked off at Bargain Beadbox, because let's face it, they're great and their customer service is prime. But it's the post office. Lately, I'm like, what are you guys doing? So scenic route, yeah. I wanted to see all over this area. So I don't know. I have no clue what it's doing. But so that's sort of depressing, because it's like, I really would like to have mine. It looks like it's pretty. I've seen people making things from it already. But hey, Debbie. So it's one of those, what the heck are you doing kind of things, you know? But I don't know. So anyway, I still haven't made much with the Dusty Rose kit. I think I did make something, but I can't remember what it was. What did we make, guys? I know we made something, but it's been a while, and I don't remember what it was. But panels were buried in a truck that we got last Friday. Kalispell found them Tuesday. Plan now is they will put them on the truck next Friday and come back here. The customer is not pleased, but dealing with it. Yeah, I mean, I'm sort of the same way, PK. I'm not pleased with my box going I don't know where, but what can you do? Hey, Beth. Yeah, that's true. I have been doing a lot. Yeah, Bridget, I understand that one too, because I had shipped a package from my Etsy shop out to somebody who lived in Pennsylvania, and it got there late. It took 10 days, and I'm like, really? What took so freaking long? But they said according to the tracking, they sent it to New Jersey. And I'm like, Pennsylvania is relatively close to New Jersey, but for cripe's sake, send it to the right place. Happy Valentine's Day to you, PK. Yeah, I agree. Mary, the post office makes some weird decisions, and I know the workers probably are going, what the heck? Why'd you do that? Because I remember when I'd mail a letter here in Columbia Falls, it would get to Kalispell the next day. I knew it would be there the next day. Nowadays, it has to go to Missoula. It goes to Missoula or Spokane before it comes back up to Kalispell, which I could drive it to Kalispell in just a few minutes. So a lot of times if I have something that's got to go to Kalispell, but there's like a post office box or something like that, so that, there's not a physical address, I'll take it to the post office in Kalispell rather than putting it here in Columbia Falls, because it's like, I need to, if I want it to be there in any kind of timely fashion, I need to go take it. And that's just like, really? Uh-oh, my husband's calling. Just a second. I'll go tell my daughter to call him back. Just a minute, and I'll be back. Lynn? 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 Can you call your dad and ask him what he wants? Because he just tried to call me, and I'm on my live. Okay, I'm back. I just had to ask my daughter to call my husband and see what he wanted, since I wasn't going to talk on the phone while we're trying to do a live. But you had you were stationed in Spokane with the Air Force? Yeah, they do have a base there. I forgot about that. So we are going to, I've got some stuff out here for you hope the hubby sleeps for the rest of the day? Okay. So, Biloxi. Biloxi. I know where that's at because I was there. After Hurricane Katrina, I went down and did hurricane relief work and with the Park Service. And we had to, the base with the main base that we had to go down to was the one in Biloxi. Though our place that we were staying at was in Gulfport at the CB base. So if you were down in Biloxi, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. So, and I've been debating, I want to do something maybe for Valentine's Day, but I don't really. It's over, it's Valentine's Day today. Anything I make isn't going to go anywhere. So, I did put some more stuff in my Etsy shop yesterday, so I was busy yesterday. 2 lives, stuff in my Etsy shop, odds and stuff like that. Anti-Valentine's Day. I was thinking, wouldn't that be Halloween or something like that? The earrings we made on the live were orange black. But yes, I agree. I did leave, of course, all my heart stuff in my Etsy shop. At Christmas time, after Christmas, I generally deactivate all my Christmas stuff because let's face it, Christmas is over. But I don't deactivate my hearts and things like that. That's my Valentine's Day stuff. So it's still in there, but still trying to decide how I want to build this thing. And if I want a necklace or if I just want to make some earrings or a bracelet or something. I really like these shell beads, these pink shell beads. These are really, these are neat. So I want to use them in something. I'm just not sure what. Your boots are made for dancing again, huh, Beth? Pink shells and black beads. Yeah, they did have those black spinel in there. I left those in the package, but those might, those would be pretty with the pink shell, wouldn't they? The little black beads. Oh, they're black tourmaline. For some reason, I was thinking they were spinel, but they're not. And I just, I'm not sure if I'm in the mood for a necklace, but at the same time, I'm not sure what I am in the mood for. Oh dear, such a thing. Still have more black beads from yesterday too, from our little kit. I have the black beads from it as well as the red pearls. Oh, those are going to look pretty together too. But I don't know. I'm in such a picky mood today. I don't know what I want. Bracelet and ear. Oh, a bookmark or a sun catcher. We could do either one of those. So we're not going to use the bead caps because I put the beads away. Well, except for the well. I need some other spacers. Okie dokie. do I want? It would appear I don't have any copper washer spacers. I thought I did, but maybe not. I'm not seeing any. Well, maybe we'll use these guys, triangular spacers. Though I might need a big bead. We'll see. I have an idea for some earrings. So, hey, Cindy. So, where do I get my test tube jars? At Amazon. These are ones they say are for candy and snack stuff, but yeah, I get the racks and the and my test tubes from Amazon. In fact, I just ordered some more because I realized after I was filling them all up, because I thought, you got spacers everywhere. You need to clean your spacers up, get them in the rack. And I realized that as I'm putting them away, I discover that I have lots of different types of silver spacers, because the racks that the test tubes go in hold 24 of these, and I've got 3 full racks for silver spacers, and I have more that aren't in the racks. But only about 3 or 4 more kinds, but I still have more that aren't in the racks. So I was like, ugh, I got to get some more so I have another silver rack. And I do have, I've got 3 racks of gold as well, but the gold has about 4 or 5 spots that aren't full. That's just a tube in there. And then I have bronze, and it's probably got about 9 slots left. But I have 2 racks of copper, though I do have a few spots in the copper spots left as well. So lots and lots of spacers, but then I love my spacers. So what I'm thinking of doing is taking a little Softflex, and I'm going to make a loop with the shells with spacers in between, and maybe some of the black beads in there too. And then I'm going to come up to one of these guys at the top, and then we're going to do something up at the top. I haven't decided there yet, but I'm thinking on it here. But that's a good idea, Anita. I don't usually do that because I put the price per on, but I could glue one on with the price there. That would actually help. I hadn't thought about it. So we'll see if I can figure out how I want to do this. So let's turn down, and I'll show you what I mean when I say I'm going to make a loop with these. Hey, Bonnie, we haven't seen you for a while. How you doing, hun? Kiss Face Day. I love it. So I haven't spoken with Randy, so this may be my last coffee talk. We'll see. Like I said, I'll talk to her over the weekend, and we will make that decision. And We'll see what happens. The folks who were on her live, members live on Wednesday was saying she seemed to be doing not too bad. So that's good. The last time I spoke to her, she seemed to be doing better too. So, though I'm sure she has those days when, she's better and then she's not better. I mean, I think anybody who's gone through what she has is going to be like that. So let's turn down and I'll show you a little bit about what I'm thinking here. We could do this with wire too, as opposed to, but I don't know what, as opposed to soft flex, but I'm thinking, leaning towards the soft flex. So, So anyway, let's turn down and we'll see what we can do here. Come on, turn. There we go. So we got our shells, we got these guys here, and I got some copper triangular spacers. In case anybody's wondering, I get these ones from Anti-Speeds. And I got lots of them in here, so I'm not too worried about that. These shells are so pretty. See, I need clippers so I can clip this stupid cord. Oop, flipped one. That might be enough. I need a couple of these. And then some of our black. You know, these are tiny poles when they're on just one piece of string. So it looks like there was two pieces through these guys on the end. Hopefully they will go through the beading wire. Come here, you. So what I'm thinking of doing, come back here, is, if this will work the way I want it. Look, pretty pink. So I'm thinking of doing a loop of wire and doing some shells. Oh, come on, you, go on there. And then like a copper spacer. Goodness. Well, they got little holes, but they will go on, so. Oop. You know, it's pretty bad when you turn the notifications off and they come on anyway. Well, yay, Mary. You might be getting your heat next week. I sure hope so. Bye, Anita. Hope everything gets better. Hey, Kimberly. Actually, I'm thinking earrings right now, but I'll show you what I mean in a second. If this works the way I want. And if it doesn't, then maybe we'll turn it into a necklace. So what I want to do is, we need a little more. It's not enough right now. So come on, baby. That one's a little bit wide. Some of them are. Don't like where that hole is placed. So what I want to do is pull these around, and then I think we're going to have a little black bead on the ends of both sides, though. And when I pull them around, I want to go through here and then put the other side through here as well, so that it makes a loop down here, like so. Get out of there so we can see better here. But there'd be a black bead up here as well with the copper, so that that one is down in the middle. And then we'll though, I might turn this into a necklace. It's not the earring. I'm keeps looking at the end going, how am I going to end this? I don't know how I'd want to end this. So maybe I will just, this is a nice strand for a necklace. If we want to do a necklace. So come on, come off there. It's going pretty good anyway. And so I could go like this, and then I can do another black with copper right here for, actually, you know what? If we're going to make a necklace, we might as well get some other stuff out. But I was thinking use some of these coins. And I could make this into a bracelet too if I wanted to do that instead. So. And actually, if I make this into a bracelet, that makes a really good focal right at the top there. So see, we have options. we really haven't even done that much yet. I love options. I've had that happen to me before, Dorothy. In fact, when I have them do it to me, I tell them that they'll have to, I can put it in my Etsy shop and they'll have to buy it through there. And 3/4 of the time, well, actually more than 3/4 of the time, they will say, "Oh, well, I don't want to buy it through the Etsy shop. I'd rather just buy it directly from you and just pay you, through PayPal or something." And I always say, "No, I don't do that." Because I have had people try to scam me before, obviously, and I say, the original one really went on and on about it the first time that it happened to me about, um, well, she'd rather pay me her directly rather than going through one of these places, and um, so I should just send her my PayPal address so that she can pay that way. Well, I do have PayPal, but mine is a business PayPal as opposed to a friends and family one. And my daughter got scammed really bad in a friends and family one. Somebody got hold of her information and changed her password to her PayPal account and charged up a whole bunch of stuff on her PayPal account. So I was leery about that in the first place. So when they were like doing the well, I want to just pay you directly and not go through Etsy. I don't want to go through one of those payment platform places. And I'm like, well, sorry, but that's the only way I will sell things is through my Etsy shop or, personally, person to person if I'm at a show or something. And lo and behold, they disappeared. So, I mean, and I get that frequently when I put new things on like when I'm showing them on my page after I make something and somebody will go, "Oh, I really like that. I want that. Can you send me your PayPal address and I'll pay for it." And then I'll get the, "Oh, sorry, I don't want it after all," when I tell them that that I'll put it in my Etsy shop if they want it. And it's funny how that works. But yeah, scammers are the worst. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that one I put aside because it has something in the hole. When they antique these pieces, they use a coating, and a lot of times the coating gets in the hole here and it stuffs it up. If that should happen, you can get rid of it by just taking your, see, it's now clear. There's gunk in it. But yeah, I've had that happen to me frequently. Or if I put stuff in my Etsy shop, then I'll get people will contact me, when I post it that it's there, and they'll go, "Oh, how is your Etsy shop selling? Is it selling good?" And if you tell them no, then you get or no matter what you tell them, they give you this message about, "Oh, well, I can help you with that. I blah blah blah." And I'm like, "Yeah, I don't care. No." So it's sort of, oh, that one has one of those funky pieces of grass or whatever it is in there. That's what they tumble them with. So I'm actually liking that. Yeah, exactly. So, hi, Gloria. So, yeah, I understand exactly where you're talking about. I've had quite a few of those myself. But I learned a long time ago when they say they want to buy something and I say, "Well, it's in such and such a spot," and like if it's like the latest one was one of my circlets, and I said, I said, "Well, it's in my Renaissance craft stuff, but I can get it out and I can put it, in my sell yeah, in my Etsy shop." And they'll say, "Oh, you could just, just give me your email and I'll your PayPal email and I'll just pay for it." And I said, "Well, no, I never do anything except for through my Etsy shop." And then I told them I'll put it in my Etsy shop, but it'll be such and such an amount. And all of a sudden they don't want it anymore. They'll say, "Oh, I'm sorry." This guy at least said, "I'm sorry, I don't want it after all." But and I don't know if that was because of the price or because it was had to go through Etsy rather than giving them my PayPal information. But so that's 9 inches, not quite 9 inches right there. So I want it a little bit longer, but not an atrocious lot. So I think we'll get some more shell out. And we'll need some more black beads too, it looks like. But what I'm thinking I'm going to do, I'll get the pendant out. I'm not overly fond of its bell, but I don't think I have any copper bells. It's one thing I'm going to need to invest in is finding some copper bells. But yeah, or like I said, I get the people that are, "Well, I'm an influencer and I could help you with that." And I'm like, "Yeah, I don't care. No." Of course, because they want you to pay for them to help you with that. And I don't feel the need to pay anybody for anything. I pay enough to Etsy. I don't need to pay somebody else. Hey, Patricia. Yeah, that's true, Gloria. I like it's good because you can do your shipping label right through them, and it's nice. You're an influencer as well. You influence your own decisions. Yeah, I like that, Mary. That's good. Now we're almost at 20 inches, right? At 10, not quite. I could do one more round of the shell, but I was thinking of putting the bail right here and then doing 2 more shell on the other side. And I think that's what I'm going to do. Like I said, I don't think I have any copper bells, which is weird, but I think it's the, well, no, that's not quite true. No, this is bronze. I'm fairly positive this is, no, it's copper. It's not one of my favorites, but it is copper. So, come here, you, come out of there. And I prefer a regular bell as opposed to the ones they have on their that come on the pendants usually. So and that way I can build it without putting the pendant on yet. The pendant is sometimes in your way when you're making things. Ugh, these little holes. There we go. So we'll put that like that. You're going to work for the members mug? This is true. Oh, that's too bad, Gloria. I hate it when our bead shops close down. It's such a disappointing thing. I don't think I'm going to use these bead caps for anything unless I decide to make a second. I keep thinking this would be nice with a second row, but you know, it's 2-strander. But I'm just, if I do, I'm not sure what I want the second strand to be. So it's almost a pity I don't have some of that really pretty chain that I got before with the with pink pink, the rosary chain stuff that I got from Beadbox Bargains, with the beads all through it. That turned out so pretty. It worked really well as that second strand on that one necklace we made with the branch kind of stuff. Okay, now we've got, I want a fatter one than this one. So we'll even out more with the other side. What one do I want? This one I'll do. So now we're right here. So we'll put this other little bit in here. Another one of those little seed pod things. But yeah, that's one of the reasons I've stopped. I barely anymore when I put new things in the Etsy shop that, usually I used to share them to my page. And I don't do it that much anymore because it seems every time I do, I get either one of those influencer people or that trying to get me to pay them to show them a better way to do things, or it's like, oh, go away, leave me alone. Yeah, Joann's is closing quite a few of their stores, but I don't know if my local one's going or not. So anyway, as I was saying, it's pretty irritating to me anyway when they do that. It's just like, leave me alone. I don't want to deal with you idiots. Sort of the same as Randy, and I don't want to pay for advertising stuff. I'd sort of pay for advertising with my Etsy anyway because of the one I've got. So because I've got the subscription one that I pay $10 a month for, and that with the subscription one, what happens is that with the subscription for $10 a month, you get 20 free entries into listings into the shop, and which are 20 cents a piece normally. So what happens is they bill me 20 cents and then they give me 20 cents back. So so I have plenty of crud from that kind. So then I also get 5 free days of advertising. So I'm like, I already got as much as I need right now, so I don't care. Go away. Okay, this one, these two are both crooked, but if I get them rolled just right, they should even each other out here. That's better. Then we'll put this skinny one on. And that's number 4. So we're back up to these guys. And I need some more line out. Only have a few of these left. But This should be about the end anyway. Now the biggest problem with these is getting them even because the shells, of course, are different sizes. There's fat ones and skinnier ones, but actually it looks pretty even right now. These are odd shaped. Oops. Sent them flying. I know one came over here. I heard it, but I don't see it. Okay, that's where we're at on the other side. So I think that's probably going to be a good length. So I'm going to cut this off here. Maybe a little bit more in case I decide I need to add something. Come on, go around. Now, I'm not going to put a little black bead up here at the top because, let's face it, these little, the little black beads are not going to take two lines of wire. That's a definite. But I will put one of the little copper spacers up here. Well, if it's the Helena and Great Falls, they're not near us, huh, PK? So we got this. Let's push these up here. The rest of my rhodonite coins are almost brown as opposed to the pink color. Though I do have a second set because I've got the ones that Leanna sent me. So if I wanted to do some more, I do have those. Let's see, is this the good pendant? Don't want to get the bad pendant out yet. Still thinking I want a second strand, but if I want a second strand, do I want to make this first strand lower so that, which I could do by just adding a little bit more stuff here. It's what? Okay, come here, up here so you're even. Oh, it's going to be 20 inches once I have the findings on. I could make like an inch shorter one, but it would be just a little bit shorter, and I'm not sure I care for, would want just a little bit shorter kind of thing. Let's see. Oh, those are all silver and gold. So, of course, I could make my own with some chain, though this is a little bit thin of chain, I think. Though there was some chain in the kit, which was heavier, I'm pretty sure. Stay there. Hey, little girl. So I'm thinking I could just do a straight piece of chain through here just to give it a little extra something. Or I could break it. I got 2 more of these. I was thinking of putting like this down at the bottom. See if it would work. That might be too chunky, but do like with a little black bead on either side. Or I could do a couple of these little sections, break it up like here and here with one of these little sections like this to add a little something. I'm not so sure I don't just like the plain chain though. Because I sort of like just the plain chain there. So we're going to have the pendant here. I'm going to cut 18 inches of this chain. And then or maybe I should just cut 17 because we're going to have the hardware in the back. Well, I'll cut 18, and then if I decide we want it shorter, we can always trim it, right? It's not like it's impossible to trim. It's very possible to trim. And I always save the little extra bits and pieces for earrings. So there's the 18-inch piece. Where's the chains back? Right here. Yeah. In you go. So it just looked like that if I just left it plain. Or like I said, I could break it with in a few spots and put some of the, like one of these sections, like here and here. So it would be not with this, but with this. And then maybe put this down here at the bottom down here. That's the chain by itself. Yeah, I'm thinking I do sort of like just the chain by itself. Like I said, if we were going to put one of these sections, it would go like in here. Just to add a little something more, but I really think I just like the chain. This chain is the perfect size, I think. So we need to put our pendant on, and then we need to decide how we want to end this up here. We can attach it to just attach it to a jump ring and hook it up right here, both pieces. So if I'm going to do that, I almost want to put the little black one in here, even though I know it's not going to take two beads, two pieces through it. But we can just trim it without it. Wouldn't be the first time I've done that. So I think I will, just so it slims it down when it puts the chain right there. So, let's see. I don't think I ever found my copper spacers yesterday. I mean, my copper crimp tubes when I was looking for them. But I do have other colors. I'll just use the black like we did yesterday, since we have black beads in this anyway. Oh, heavy. Not too bad. So we'll just crimp this baby. Should leave a slightly bigger loop than that because I'm going to use a big jump ring. Stop. Now since it won't go in that bead, I'm going to take my flush cutters and roll it up the extra bead, up extra line till I hit that, and then I'm going to trim it off right there. And then we'll push this down here. Then we'll do the other side. Come here, you. Let's make sure it's all rolled down to the outside. Come on. Down here. There we go. Okay, do the same here. Just roll my flush cutters right up to where the bead is at and cut that off. And now we got this finished, except for putting the two together and putting our piece on here. So to put these together, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of my large jump rings. Is this the antique copper or is this the bronze? Bronze. There we go. Then when I stop, this one's already open, might as well use it. Well, when we put this on here, go through the chain and then through this loop right here, close it up. Now that's not quite closing all the way, so I'm going to take hold of it like I normally would to close it. And then I'm going to work it back and forth a little bit with a slight forward motion till I hear them scrape together, which I just did. But they're not quite even, so we're going to make sure they are. So there's this side put together. Now we'll do the exact same thing on this side. And yeah, that chain's a good length. If we had wanted it a little longer, we could add an extra jump ring here, or if you want it shorter, of course, you got to cut a little off. But now also we could put our lobster claw on right now as we put this stuff on here on this side. So I will get a lobster claw before I close this. I think I just put them up here the other day. These are actually a teeny bit smaller than I actually like, but getting an antique copper one in the bigger size is sort of difficult some days. So we'll put that on there, grab these two ends again and close her up. There we go. Maybe. Now, like I said, you could put the chain on a separate jump ring if you wanted to, but it's not going to act much different than it will now because it's, it's a chain. It's going to have this, it's got a loop on it too. So there's that. And now we just got to get another jump ring and put our pendant on the bottom. But first, we got to take off this because I don't like it. And it's not hard to take them off because you can just squish that and it comes right off. So then we'll get another jump ring, but this time I'm going to get a medium size, a 6 millimeter instead of 8. Oh, stop. And she's done. I could have actually made the chain a bit longer, even. I thought it might be too long, but it's actually could have been just a teeny bit longer, but it's all right the way it is. Yeah, you were. Rory did sing quite a bit last night or yesterday afternoon. Softlex does have copper crimps, but they are copper. They're not antique copper. They're bright copper. So let's see. So you're still saying we need to put this coin down here, huh? It would look pretty good there. I wouldn't want to put the full set of 3 down here like I have here. This isn't bad though. We could put it in here. I'd need to find where I need to break the chain at to put it there, but we could do that. And actually it might just add that little bit of extra, so to speak. So you're thinking I should put it the coin bead down here instead of the copper bead? And then keep these for some earrings? I actually think I ordered more of these, so I think I have more if I want to do that. So this one has a lot of quartz in it, it looks like. It's sort of pretty. And I do have room because we do have the pretty good gap there. But just a second. Where is my bag of stuff that Leanna sent me? I do need to design that sun catcher with that big, huge, pretty crystal. I mean, heart and make it. But I think, what all did Leanna send me? Oh, the chain is in here too. I hadn't realized she sent me everything here. There's the coins and the little disc pieces. And yep, she sent me these as well. So I've got all kinds of extra goodies here. Since Leanna said she didn't really care for this box and sent me most of the things from it, which was so generous of her. So I do have extra of these, and I do have more of these because of her sending me these. And I could, rather than one of these more brown ones that I have, get one of the more, like this pink one, out of the package Leanna sent me, and put it down there. Okay, guys, opinions. What do we want to do? We want to put this one, this rhodonite down here, or do we want the little copper bead down here? So there's, when we break it, it will go right in here, like here. Or here. 2 votes and they're opposites. Okay, I'm getting more votes for the copper coin than for the rhodonite coin. So that works. I've got extras of all of these things since, like I said, Leanna sent me all kinds of beautiful extras from her box. So we will get a little. I'm debating if I want to do this with Softflex or if I want to just do it with some wire. Let's see where we need to break this at, though. Okay. Oops. Sorry, didn't mean to bang that. Ugh. Okay, it's this one right on the other side of my thumbnail right here. This one right here. Okay, chain is broken. No going back now. We cut the chain in half. So it'll go right in here, like so. This is bright copper, but it'll work. Come on, go back on here. Boy, this clip is being difficult. There we go. So, come here. I'm going to hardwire this on so that it's not got a really huge signature here with my wrapped loops. And I could do a simple loop, but I prefer a wrap loop because, let's face it, they're more secure. Sometimes too secure, because if you want it gone, it's not going anywhere without cutting it. Okay. I once did one of those cuts like that so I could tuck it in and cut my loop in half. I've also cut the wire bar here in half too. That one's, well, didn't cut it in half. I just cut a notch out of it, and so there was this sliver of wire sitting there, and I actually cut myself on it, so it's like, that's not kosher. So we've been on here for too long. It's an hour and a half. That's what that was for. For my own live show that I do on Tuesdays or Fridays, it was telling me that it was time to think about getting started with it. I'm like, no, we're not doing that today. So I'll have to get back into the groove of doing it after when Randy decides to come back. Come on, slide on here. I didn't leave that big of a gap. And I may end up having to switch my chain if I went and kinked these back and forth. I'm not sure if I did or I didn't. We're just having a day of this one, aren't we? Okay. Come on. Okay. My loop went way sideways, so I need to turn it again. Break your neck. Okay, let's see what we look like here. I may want to bow my wire just a little bit here so that it heads uphill, so to speak, because it's squared off down here at the bottom. Okay. There we go. All done, except for I think one of these is, I squared it a little more, bent it a little more than the other. So it's a little bow right there. Huh? Oh, that's good, PK. You got him some soap in the shape of a gun and bullets. I love it. Okay, I'm going to turn us up. We've been on an hour and a half. Hey, what else is new, right? We always go over. It's almost like I don't believe in keeping to an hour. The other day I did 2 that were actually just an hour, though, so it surprised the heck out of everybody. So, no pliers, stay on your rag. Let's turn up for a second. We'll hold it up and show what it looks like. So here it is. My little bead still looks like it's not quite in the middle down there, but I think it's all right. And of course, when you're wearing it, it's going to be spread a little more. Thank you. I'm glad we all like it. Did somebody say they were in a flood? Oh dear. Was that recent, Cindy, or was that in the past? Yes, I could, but weirdly enough, I don't wear a lot of necklaces. I make a lot of necklaces. I love making necklaces, but I don't wear very many necklaces, to be truthful. I have some that I've kept because I'm like, oh, but that's really pretty. I like that a lot. But I don't wear a lot of them. But let's see what it looks like on. It looks like it wants to stick to my neck is what it's looking like on. There we go. Let's see. Yeah. Ah, well, I'm glad it wasn't real recently, and you probably replaced a lot of stuff that you lost by now, Cindy. So So you're gonna have you're flooding at your place, Cindy. Um, thank you, Beth. You know, I I don't mind helping Randy. Randy is a good lady, and yeah, it would look better with a lower neckline, Bonnie. And you know, she's been going through a lot lately, and she actually taught me a lot. When I first started YouTube, she was the one that helped me learn how to edit and all that wonderful fun stuff. So I'm certainly going to help her if I can. She's always willing to help other people, so I think it's only right to help her too. So yeah, we've got two Cindy's. Anyway, Cindy, Mima, take care and get home if you need to, just to be on the safe side. Cindy Aker, we're glad that you're better and everything's good on your end. So we're gonna leave for the day, and since it's Friday, and happy Valentine's Day, everyone. But since it's Friday, I will have a recorded video for tomorrow. For the members, you'll get it early. Once I finish it, I'll edit it and put it up for you guys right away. For those who aren't members but would like to be a member, there's hey, Elizabeth, and Georgina. I didn't even know you two ladies were on here. For those of you who would like to be a member of my channel, it costs $4.99 a month, and you get an extra live, a members live. You get the videos that I record early. Every once in a while, I do a members only video as well. So if you want to join, there is a link in my in the description of this video, and of most other videos as well, for that matter. So everybody have a lovely Valentine's Day, and if Randy is back next week, then I will see you on my regular Tuesday live at 10 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. And if she's not, well, then I'll see you guys at this time on Tuesdays, on next Tuesday, because I'm sure the girls will do a live sell again, because I know that Randy went to Taylor's Falls this week. Hey, Tina. So everybody have a lovely, lovely holiday, and we'll see you next week sometime. Bye-bye. This has been Rose from In Rose's Garden.